excited to be with you guys this week. Guys, we're still talking about resolutions, or even calling it resolutions, because a resolution is something that you look back on, or a problem that you want to fix, or a goal that you have for your life. And so as we're in 2021 now, we just really want to be able to look forward of what goals do we have, and we hope that you guys have been setting goals for yourself. I know Katie set a goal for herself to be a magician. Well, I wonder how that's going. She's pretty good at tricks, so I think she's doing okay. And then Chris had one to be a good dancer. I don't know how that's going. Based on last week, he still has a lot of work to do, but that's okay. He's still trying. Good for him. And guys, last week we talked about David and Goliath, and about how through God, David had all that he was equipped for. He had a slingshot, and that was all that he needed to fight the big problem in his life, which was the giant Goliath. And he was able to succeed. He was able to reach his goals just through a tiny little slingshot. And so it may not be what everybody else has, but what you have is really, really beneficial to helping you reach your goal. And guys, so I want to talk about my resolution that I have. And so this is something that is kind of new, but I really, really, really want to be the best soccer player in the entire world. Now, I haven't really ever played soccer, but it looks really fun, and it's something that'll keep me healthy and fit for the year. And so I really just want to try to do that. So because I know nothing about soccer, I'm bringing in somebody to help me. Guys, she is the world champion Pee Wee soccer coach of 2020. She did so good. They won all the championships. Her name is Katie "The Rock" Johns. So I'm so excited to work with her. We're gonna go and she's gonna help coach me on how to be the best soccer player in the world. Okay, hey guys, so I'm here with Katie "The Rock" Johns.
What's up?
Pee Wee soccer coach, world champion. So stoked. Okay, Katie, I wanna be the best soccer player in the world. Okay, what's the first step I gotta do?
You know, Molly, I really love that you're talking about this in steps, because a lot of people will try to jump into soccer and just jump straight into a game, and it doesn't go very well. You actually have to just start with these small little steps and build up to being the best. That's what I did, and I know that you can do it too with my guidance, okay? So we're gonna start with step one. If you're at home, you can try these as well. Step one is getting the right gear. So you got your shoes on, you're nice and tied, you're not gonna trip over those laces, and I'm gonna need you to pop on this penny.
All right.
All right, so that's step one. If you're at home, grab a cape, grab whatever you need, grab your tennies, get some space set out. We're here at the world famous training center for the Pee Wees, and this is where the magic happened last year at the 2020 championships that we won, and maybe next year you can be on our team, okay? So that's what we're working towards. So that's step one, getting the gear on. Step two is that in soccer, you can't really use your arms unless you're the goalie, and Molly's not training to be a goalie. So I need you to pop your arms together through your sweatshirt, and you're not gonna be able to use your arms for the drills today. This is just to get you ready to face the big leagues, okay? To face the big kids.
Okay. No arms. Oh, all
no
right.
arms. If you're at home, you can try this as well. Just tie your own shirt like this while your arms are tucked on in there.
This is what the champions do, right?
Okay, this is what the champions do.
Cool.
So, Molly, I'm gonna throw some balls at you.
Okay.
And I need you to block them. You can use your face, you can use your arms, you can use your legs, but you can't use your hands.
So I use my body.
Use your body as a shield. Are you ready?
Yeah.
So we're gonna have you go right over here. Okay, perfect.
Great. It's taking a different turn than I thought.
Okay. Got some balls here. We'll start with an easy one. Okay, I know you can do this.
Okay.
Step one, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, go.
Okay.
Go. Okay.
Wow.
Okay, I need you to get up. Get up.
Okay.
You know, sometimes part of it is that you fall over and you get up again.
Yeah.
It's gonna get a little harder now. Are you ready?
Right.
Okay, go.
Oh
Yes.
gosh.
Soccer, go. You're not blocking them. Come on, Molly, you got this. Okay.
How'd I do?
Okay. Still in minor league levels here, folks.
Okay.
So if you got really, if you got one, you did better than Molly. But I believe in you. You can do it. We're gonna move on because we don't have time to practice. You'll need to practice that some on your own, okay? And maybe like every single day for 4 or 5 hours to be able to do this.
Awesome.
Hands down! I said down! Up! Molly, this cow is doing more push-ups than you. Okay. She's got some work to do, folks.
Guys, I am so tired. Katie the Rock Johns lives up to her name. Anyways, I'm gonna keep practicing, keep trying to get better, try to reach my goal through the little steps to get to be the best soccer player in the world. So we'll get there one day. But for now, we're gonna go into a time of worship. So I want you guys to join us and we're gonna sing and dance and yeah, just come along with us.
When waves roar in front of me, so high that I can't see you, I don't have to be afraid.
When your voice is calling me to deep seas I've never traveled, I don't have to be afraid. I know your promises are true, promises are true. I believe you. Give me faith in everything I do. You light my way. Come on, let's go on a journey. Sailing the ocean of God's great love. Come on, let's go on a journey. Holding on to His promises from above. I'll trust the Lord with all my heart, and He'll direct my path. Come on, let's go on a journey of God's great love. Of God's great love.
When waves roar in front of me, so high that I can't see you, I don't have to be afraid. When your voice is calling me to deep seas I've never traveled, I don't have to be afraid.
I know your promises are true, promises are true. I believe you. Give me faith in everything I do. You light my way. Come on, let's go on a journey. Sailing the ocean of God's great love. Come on, let's go on a journey. Holding on to His promises from above. I'll trust the Lord with all my heart, and He'll direct my path. Come on, let's go on a journey of God's great love. Of God's great love.
This is who He says He is. I can trust His promises. His great light will guide my way, blessing me with every day.
His love covers my mistakes, sets the path that I should take. Jesus, King of everything, I put my faith in Him. Come on, let's go on a journey. Sailing the ocean of God's great love. Come on, let's go on a journey. Holding on to His promises from above. I'll trust the Lord with all my heart, and He'll direct my path. Come on, let's go on a journey of God's great love. Of God's great love.
There once was a man named Joshua who loved God with his whole heart. The day came when Joshua needed to have courageous faith and cross the Jordan River when it was rushing with so much water that there was no way anyone could walk through it. God told Joshua to have the priests carry the Ark of the Covenant and stand in the river. God said that as soon as a priest set foot in the river, the water would stop flowing and dry ground would appear. And so, Joshua, the priests, and the Israelites did as God asked. As soon as the priests reached the river and their feet touched the water's edge, the water stopped flowing. Then the Israelites crossed the dry riverbed to the town of Jericho, just as God had planned.
Hey guys, okay, that story was so cool. It's something I really needed to hear because when we have resolutions for 2021, they may seem impossible and they may seem really hard. But guys, we just saw the story of Joshua crossing the Jordan River, and that seemed impossible at the time. It seemed so hard. What that story didn't tell you is that it was actually flood season. And so the water, not only was it really long and wide that they had to walk across, but the water was so much higher than it usually was, and it was rushing so much faster than normal. But the Lord still called Joshua to call people to walk across the river. And God gave him instruction. And so it's kind of like what we did with soccer, where we had the 3 things that I had to do. So first, Katie the Rock Johns told me that I had to gear up. Second, I had to not use my hands. And third, I had to be light on my feet. And God gave Joshua instruction too. He said, send the priests, take the Ark of the Covenant, which is this big box that was really holy and really sacred and really special. And so he said, send the priests first and take that first step. And that's what resolutions start with. And so when they started crossing the Jordan, it started with one little step, taking a step into the river. Even though it looked scary, they said take one step and you will walk across on dry land. Which, guys, that sounds crazy that they took a step, and what God did is he held the water back so that they could all walk across on dry land, that they didn't have to be worried because they weren't in danger of the water coming and rushing and taking them away, that they could cross on dry land if those priests took the Ark of the Covenant and they walked across and they stood in the river while all of the Israelites walked by and crossed the river. And then as soon as they got to the other side, which is that big thing that the Lord planned that they could do and that they would go into in the land that he had promised for them, that the water would then start rushing again, but not until every single person had passed. And as we think about our New Year's resolutions, I just think that we can really stand on that the Lord gives us instructions a lot of time. If there's something big, a big goal that you have that you want to do, you can think, what is a little step that I can take? What's something small I can do every single day to get to that big thing that I eventually want to do? And the Lord promises to be with you through that. And like happened with soccer, guys, I want to be the best soccer player in the world, but I won't be unless I start doing the little steps, like practicing everything that Katie the Rock Johns told me that I could do. And so, guys, that's so cool that we get to just take one step every single day, and then eventually it leads to something bigger and we can reach our goals. And that's something that Joshua did with the river. That's something that we can do too. So I just want to encourage you guys in that and start thinking about little steps that we can take and watch the Lord come through, and he can make the impossible possible.
I really love what Molly was just saying, how it takes just one tiny step to start working towards a goal and realizing a goal, because you can't just dive into something full on right away and make it work. That sometimes it's actually better to just start with one small little piece of that goal, and then it gets bigger and bigger as you progress. And something though else that really stood out to me in that story is that sometimes it's actually kind of scary to take these steps as well. And when they were standing in front of that river and looking at this big river, all of the rushing water, and wondering what's gonna happen, God told us to take one little step in and that he would help us get across, but it's so big and it's so long, and I don't know if I can make it across. That's probably what they were thinking. But with that small little step, they saw that the water started to dry up and that God was with them and that they could make it across the river. But it took something called courage. Do you know what courage is? Well, the definition of it is having the willingness to step into something even if it's frightening, even if it's scary, and knowing that God is going to be with you regardless. Think of a lion in the jungle. They have so much courage. That's the definition of them. And that's what we get to be like when we're stepping into these resolutions, into these resolutions for 2021. We have the chance to have courage to do something that might seem a little scary, that we might not know if God's going to be there, if He's going to help us get through it or not, but we trust that God will be with us and will give us the courage to take that one little step. I like to actually call it just 10 seconds of courage, because often it takes about 10 seconds of courage, just a brief moment of bravery in order to step into something, and then we can see that God is actually with us. We'll see Him start to dry up that river. For Molly, as she's learning how to play soccer, it's scary to picture herself being out on a big, giant stadium with a big crowd watching her and all of the scary other strong soccer players playing with her. That might sound really scary at first, but she can picture herself doing those one little small steps, getting the right gear, practicing drills without her hands, getting light on her feet, just these small little things. She just needs a little bit of courage to get there. So we're gonna be rooting for Molly. We can't wait to check in with her next week to see how her resolution's going. And we hope that you too are taking this moment to practice some small resolutions. Maybe it's something like learning how to play soccer and getting light on your feet, or maybe it's something like trying to eat healthier. What does it look like to have a little bit of fresh fruit today instead of something else? Or maybe your resolution is to be kinder to your siblings. What does it look like when they say something hurtful to you to have the courage to not say something hurtful back, even if it's hard or scary? So we wish you the best of luck on your resolutions, and we will see you next week.
Whatever the distance or darkness, you're with me, you're with me. Whenever I'm failing or falling, you've got me, you've got me. You won't let me down, never, never. In your love I'm found forever. Your love, it goes on and on, forever is not too long. I believe it, I believe it. I'll never be too far gone, forever I'm in your arms. I believe it, I believe it. I know that your love's never leaving. You're with me, you're with me. I stand on your promise and purpose. You've got me, you've got me. Your love, it goes on and on, forever is not too long. I believe it, I believe it. I'll never be too far gone, forever I'm in your arms. I believe it, I believe it. You won't let me down, never, never. In your love I'm found forever. You won't let me down, never, never. In your love I'm found forever. Your love, it goes on and on, forever is not too long.
a big goal you have this year? What is one goal you have that is scary and you need to ask God for courage to reach it? What is a small step to take every day to help you get there?
Tell me the first step.
Yeah, I like how you're thinking, Molly, because you know something that. Why is your voice so deep? Katie the Rock Jones. Should she be British?
Hey guys.
Hey guys, I'm Katie the Rock
Just
Jones.
getting the road done. I'm so excited.
I'm the world champion. Sure.
You have
I'm gonna come
share it
out though. So just be ready. Do you want me to?